Antoine, aka the Bigfella. It is Friday afternoon. I just left the office. I'm going to go ahead and kick this weekend's vlog off. I am actually about to go fishing at a creek right up the street from my job. I could probably throw a rock at it and hit it. Some of the guys that work there say they fished it in the past and they've been catching like smallmouth and walleye and things like that. So I'm kind of anxious to get out there and give it a try. After that, I got a 2.5 hour drive home. And let's see, tomorrow scheduled is Isaiah's football game and our fall festival, but there is a 80% chance that it's going to rain tomorrow, so that all that stuff might be canceled and I might be sitting at home doing nothing. And there's also a hurricane on the brink. I believe it's in Georgia right now, supposedly heading this way, so I don't know what's going on with that. But Sunday, I'm not sure what we're going to do. We'll figure all that out when that day gets here. So sit back, stay tuned. I'm going to get some gas, then I'm going back to the stream. I'm going to go ahead and fish and see if I can catch some fish, so stay tuned. First week at my job has come to a close, and it's been a pretty good week. I did some training and filled out some paperwork for the most part, but everybody I've met with the company is really, really friendly. The company itself is just awesome. Like, their philosophy is like family, God, then job. So like if you got anything that you need to do to take care of your family, by all means do it. I love that about them. That's something that's hard to come by nowadays, especially with bigger companies. So I do really appreciate my job doing that. They actually let me take a lunch break, and then after the lunch break, do a conference call with a couple of my kids' teachers and guidance counselors and stuff. So like they're just that like family oriented, which is really awesome to me. But I'm about to finish getting gas now, and then I'm going to try to go see if I can catch my first smallmouth. Alright, you guys, I'm here at this creek. I was fishing around with the jig for a little bit while I was on the phone. But now I'm going to try the whopper plopper. I've seen some silver-ish looking fish. I don't think that's a smallmouth. But go ahead and give the whopper plopper a try, since that's silver in color. I'm really hoping to catch my first smallmouth bass today. It'd be awesome. This is such a slow-moving creek. I don't know if anything's going to give chase. Don't have a lot of bank space to work with, as you can see. But I definitely got a lot of structure to cast around. That's for sure. But yeah, I was casting around a black and blue jig. This water is pretty clear. Like, when I say clear, I can look 50 feet that way and see all the laydowns. Whoops. Oh, please. Whew. That was definitely a little bit too far. I was trying to cast on the other side of that log over there. Alright guys, I just lost my chatterbait. I swam it between two rocks and I couldn't get it unhung. So I switched to a crankbait, and I have a medium depth. I think it dives to like 7 feet. But since this river's only like 4 feet deep, it's beating the bottom beautifully. Like I can feel it, like, you know, going on the bottom. Hold on, I want to make sure I'm recording. Okay. It's hitting the bottom beautifully. Well, this is a great technique on a shallow creek like this. This actually might trigger something. But one of my little tricks is just throwing it upstream, letting it float till I find a favorable path back to me, and just swim it back to me, beating off of the bottom. Yeah, with this crankbait, it doesn't take much for it to get down to the bottom, since it dives to 7 feet, and it looks actually pretty good. It does literally look like a fish feeding off the bottom. I wanted to land on that side of that tree, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera back off because my battery is in the red. But I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you guys on what I'm doing, just in case I do catch a fish. Now sometimes you'll be beating the bottom with a crankbait and come back with something like this. If you hear somebody talking about digging a trench with a crankbait, all they're doing is just beating it off the bottom is all. Okay, I'm gonna keep that up here so that doesn't become a future problem. But turning the camera back off now. Leave this little creek spot now. I almost had a fish. I casted the crankbait out, and I was just, you know, letting it float downstream, and a fish came and hit it while I was floating. So I set the hook, or at least I thought I did, and started fighting this thing, and then all of a sudden it jumped out of the water and shook the hook. It was a silverish looking fish. Maybe it was a walleye or something. I don't think it was a smallmouth bass. But needless to say, I missed it, and I couldn't get it in to get pictures for you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave and try to fight some of this traffic and get home and see what the plan is for the rest of the weekend. Saturday morning, and as you can see, it is pouring down raining. So they canceled his football game for today. But the fall festival parade and all that good stuff is still going on. So we're actually trying to go get some umbrellas and find a good spot for us to sit in so we can watch the parade. I'll get some of that footage for you. But Jalissa, she's in the parade. Notice she's not here. She's in there with her gymnastics class, so I'll try to get some footage of her as well. Get it, Gavin.
Say hi, Trax. I don't think that she's doing anything because she can't cartwheel with people around her. She ends up, she gets nothing. Way to go, sister! No, he didn't want me to move her. She's fine.
Kids got a lot of candy from this parade, and Gavin had loads of fun. He's probably about to fall asleep. No, he's eating candy. Yeah, he's eating candy back there. But I think we're going to go home, dry off a little bit, and then Colonial Beach is having a bike fest all week long, so we may go take part in some of those activities. Y'all, it's Sunday morning. I think I got a little bit of a head cold from being out in the rain yesterday. But I'm looking outside, it's sunny but extremely windy. I'm thinking it's some of the wind from that hurricane, but I'm about to go downstairs now to cook some breakfast and see what we want to get into today. See, it's a little bit on the breezy side today. Got trees swaying all over the place. Oh man, I need to cut grass. Don't know when that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure the ground is super moist right now. I've done absolutely, positively nothing but sit in front of the TV all day today. I'm feeling a little bit better. I don't feel like I have a cold anymore, but I'm out here about to check the mailbox and see what came out here, and I can hear motorcycles driving up and down the street because the main street right out here outside my house leads to Colonial Beach where they're having Bike Fest. I think I may just cruise down there and see what's going on down there, but I don't know yet. Right now I'm just checking the mail and seeing if I have anything in there. Looks like I don't, so that's good. Oh, here comes some bikes now. Hold on, let me turn the camera around. Should have turned around fast enough, sorry y'all. But that's probably about a good maybe 5 or 6 bikes that went by. Got school tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure I can find somebody to watch Gavin for me. So I may have a fishing day tomorrow, but I just wanted to come out here in the back of my truck and make sure none of the rods got jostled around. As you can see, it's pretty cluttered back here, and no matter how I organize it, it always falls. Like, it falls all kind of different ways from the turns and stuff, especially with me going out there in the mountains all on them curvy roads. But everything looks fine. But I'm about to go back in the house and see what we're going to do for dinner. Sunday, Isaiah and Jalissa are at school, and me and Gavin, as you can see, he's knocked out over there on the couch. I think when he wakes up, I might go ahead and take him for his first little fishing trip. And I think my cousin and my sister and we're going to be coming along as well. So Virginia's kind of funny, so they won't be able to fish because they don't have license. So they're going to come out, you know, just like hang out by the water with us, and hopefully we'll catch some fish. Guy, we just went to the dump, and we're about to go pick up some food and wait for my cousins and them to get there, my sister. And I think we're all going to go try our hand at fishing today. A little bit of a change of plans. I am still going fishing, however, I don't have my sidekick with me. I just felt like it was going to be a little bit too cold, especially by the water for him, and his nose is already running. So I didn't want to, have him suffer through any more of the elements than what he already did this weekend. But I'm on my way to the old neighborhood, and we want to try to fish out of the bigger lake there and see if I can try to catch a fish for the video. See if I can catch something on this side too with it. Because over here, the reason why I always try so much over here is this is where I caught my first bass at in this lake. If you think something is following us, then don't be scared to stop it. Stop it, maybe give it a little pop. Yeah, that won't hurt anything at all. There we go. We got one on the whopper plopper. And this thing has treble hooks, and I'm always scared to poke myself, so I am going to use the lip grippers to get this out. I know. Stop moving, I'll get it. Come on, lip grippers, let go. Open up. Okay. There we go, one on the whopper. I want to take a picture with my other phone, post it on Fish Brain. All right, see you later. Okay. First fish on the whopper plopper. Like I was doing, I was just slowed down in the middle of a cast, and one came after it. Just rolling it slow and just stopped. Guys, it's getting kind of dark and it's late, so I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog here. All in all, it's a pretty great weekend, despite getting rained on all day Saturday at that parade. And then yesterday we lounged around on the couch and binge watched TV all day, which everybody needs a day like that where they can do that. Today I actually got to enjoy me and Gavin's company, and I went fishing for about an hour and a half, somewhere in there. And I caught my first fish off with a whopper plopper, so I'm kind of excited about that. But before I close out this video, I wanted to give you guys a few quick updates. The MTB contest is still going on, so if you want to enter that contest, find the October MTB contest video and just follow the directions in that video to enter in. And then I'm also going to be adding a new feature on my channel called the One and Done, where I grab one rod and one lure, and I spend 1 hour or more fishing with just that lure and that rod until I catch a fish. And I'm going to be doing that to help build confidence in that lure and also learn different ways to work it. So with all that said, I want to tell you guys to get out there on the water, throw your line out and see what you catch. Introduce a child into the game of fishing so we can ensure the future generation of fishing. And get out there, fish for fun and fish for cheap. This is Bigfella signing out.